Hi, guys, and welcome back to Intermission with Hanson and Simone. I am Simone, and this lovely gentleman over here,
What's up, y'all? It's Hanson. How y'all doing today?
and we hope that y'all are having a really good day, morning, afternoon, any time of the day where it is that you are listening to us today. And today, well, how are you, Hanson?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. My spring break ended, so I'm back in school now. So my first act ended, and now I'm supposed to be rejuvenated for the second act, but I'm still working on it.
Well, it's not like you really did anything anyway beforehand.
Wow. Wow. Y'all, I've been getting disrespected since like yesterday.
But you
Like,
haven't, though.
I've been getting disrespected since yesterday.
Everything that we're saying is true
Wow.
facts.
Wow. Y'all just straight up disrespected. How have you been, Simone? Your
I've
disrespectful self.
I've been a-okay.
Mm-hmm.
A-okay. I'm ready for intermission, and hopefully Act Two will be better than Act One. And sometimes it isn't,
Sometimes people die in the second act.
like Hamilton, like Philip,
Like Philip.
like Philip.
He only had two songs.
Oh my gosh, I love him so much. Anthony Ramos, so hot.
Okay
But
then.
anyway, guys, I know. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today is YouTube and people creating lists. Like, what's your top 10 favorite Disney songs? What's your top 10 rom-coms of all time? What's your top 10 90s sitcoms, right? And I really want to know, where do they get these stats from? Because sometimes I'll be watching them and I'm like, who will put Friends over Living Single?
Who would do that?
I'm
Because
sorry to those that like Friends. Like,
Friends is a
no,
ripoff. Friends is a straight ripoff of Living Single. For my people out there that really don't know, Living Single came out first, and it was a huge success. And then 3 years later comes out Friends. Now, we all know Friends, they got that clap. That's all they got. And they got Phoebe.
clap where? What are you talking about?
In Friends, you don't know the
Like in
clap
the theme song?
in the theme song.
No, look. I never watched Friends a day in my life. That's a lie. I've never listened to the theme song. Okay, Hanson. So I don't even
You
know
know,
what you're talking
the
about.
theme song is like an actual song. It's like not a song just made for Friends. It's like an actual song.
Interesting. Interesting. But I no, truthfully, I just want to know, where do they get the stats from? Because I don't know why certain stuff are placed over certain things. You know what I mean?
I understand you. I understand. I also feel that, wherever they're getting their statistics from, whether it be box office numbers or numbers after like a certain period in time, I always just feel like people will have their own reaction to the list, you know? For example, shout out to the Fine Brothers and their React channel. Wherever they get their list from, I think it's complete nonsense. Even though there's like people do research on it, I think half of those lists be nonsense because who's putting Frozen 2 over The Lion King?
Well, I just don't think that The Lion King should always be number one.
Lies.
It's the truth. Why do we always put Lion King at number one? Why?
It's one of the greatest Disney movies of all time.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest Disney movies of all time, but it should not always be number one.
What song is beating a whole I was about to say whole new
A whole
world?
new world. Look at you, look at you. You don't even know. You don't even know. Stop talking. This validates my point. Lion King should not always be number one.
What song is beating out A Circle of Life? Disney Channel, way back in the day, I'm talking like the early 2000s, got all their stars together and they did a rendition of The Circle of Life.
Okay, but that's not the only song that they did, though.
With all of them?
Yes, they did more than that. They did A Dream Is the Wish Your Heart Makes.
That was Hilary Duff.
No, it wasn't. No, go look it up, Hanson. Go look it up because you're wrong. Anyway, what could be The Circle of Life? Let me think about that. We have How Far I'll Go. We
Great song.
have it's a wonderful song. I think any song from Moana can stand a chance. We have
Even Shiny, Shiny can stand a chance.
we have Show Yourself from Frozen 2. We don't talk about Shiny. We have Show Yourself from Frozen 2. There look, there are just better songs that we could choose from. Lion King does not always have to be number one, just how we do not always have to put Snow White on a list for nepotism.
Look, y'all, I'm gonna just let y'all know something. Lion King was the greatest Disney movie of all time, but that's besides the point. What we're trying to say is that just because people put out a list doesn't mean that your list is not validated. Like, you don't have to always agree with BuzzFeed, React, Watch Mojo, Miss Mojo, or people that create lists and they just put it out there in the world. That list is their list, and you shouldn't feel like, oh, well, because these people put out that list, that my list is now like not validated. Like, no, your list is validated, and you could tell those people that your list sucks because my list is better.
Yeah, I just want to know that, like, if you're gonna put this on YouTube and you're gonna say like top 10 Broadway songs of all time, I need to see your research. I need to see like Wikipedia, Briticana, fanwikipedia.com. Like, I need to see
Show me the
where,
Carfax. Show
right,
me
exactly.
the
Show
Carfax.
me the Carfax, where you're getting your information from. Like the other day, we were watching Miss Mojo. I forget what was it. It might have been like top 10 animated kisses that we've all been waiting for or get together. And Ron and Kim were not number one.
They were not number one. But I also think that that was based on how long the show, how many episodes have passed for that particular show. So I don't think that Kim and Ron like lasted like their time frame that they had wasn't the longest in a TV show. For example, Adventure Time with Princess Bubblegum and Marceline, they they kissed at the very end of the show, which was a longer time the show's been running for. The amount of episodes that the show had versus KP. But
Don't
like,
believe it.
but if we're just talking about like long awaited kisses, then yes, I would put Kim and Ron as like top two, right, of what we waited for.
What would be your top one?
Um, I would probably have to give it to Danny and Samantha from Danny Phantom. I
Interessante.
feel like that kiss, especially for all the fake out makeouts they've had like throughout the show, like that finally validating kiss that they had at the end. I
But
think
that's not a longer way to kiss. If they already kissed, it's not a longer way to kiss. To me, I don't put no. I'm sorry, no.
eh,
It's like watching an anime and you're finally waiting for them to kiss at the last no. If you already kiss, you already kiss. It's not longer waited.
but it's a fake
But
out. It's a
I
fake out makeout.
digress.
It's a fake out makeout.
I digress.
It's a fake out makeout.
Agree to disagree,
Uh,
Hanson.
Fake out makeout.
Agree to disagree. Again.
Whew. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are just basing their self off of like these lists that come out, and a lot of people are being affected when a particular list doesn't match their ideal list in their head. So people go on like so many rants, and they be pulling out research, be like, well, this person, if we go into like the music genre, um, well, this person only had like 5 Grammys when this person had like 12. How dare you put the person with 5 Grammys over the person that has 12? And I'm just like, personally, if you fucks with their music, then for you, that person's going to be higher on that list than the other person. Like, you shouldn't have to go to war with someone to validate your list. Like, your list is your list, and
Mm.
you should be proud of your list because it's your list. Like, you don't need to prove it to anyone that's out there. If you're comfortable with it, then be comfortable with it and stand proud for your list.
Amen. I think you should. But also, but you do the same thing. If we're watching a
Whoa,
show,
whoa,
you get
whoa,
so mad and you're like, oh, I'm turning this off. And then you
whoa,
get off the couch. Yeah, I'm calling you out.
whoa, whoa. Let's not. This ain't about me.
Yeah, I'm calling you
This ain't
out.
about me. We're talking to the general public out here. We
Yeah, I'm
trying to.
calling you out.
But look, hey, look. Their list is on YouTube. All right, my list ain't on YouTube. I ain't got it like that. Not yet. But my list ain't on YouTube. So I can say what I want about their list.
Mm-hmm.
It's still got my view.
You damn right it's still good. Do you know what also gets me? Like top tier lists, and I feel like Gen Z do these lists, and I kind of get offended when I see a show that I know it's like number one top tier, and it's at the bottom of the bottom. I'm
Ooh,
like,
ooh, who
well,
we
wait a
talking about?
minute. I can't. I've seen so many things. Okay, so like if we're talking about Power Rangers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm the only one
You are.
that
You
like
are. You really are. I'm gonna
maybe
really let you
I'm the
know. I'm gonna really let you know that.
maybe I'm the only one that liked Power Rangers Mystic Force. But I do not think that's like at the bottom of the bottom. I think it should be a nice middle tier.
It's middle to low tier.
No, do not put it
It's a
to
middle
low
to low tier.
tier. Do
That
not
thing's like a 7.
out of 10.
I mean, if I have to really think about like 3 worser series, it's gonna be really tough. But I'll probably put out like a 7 for Mystic Force.
I just enjoyed Mystic Force the most. It was the most interesting. It's like Digimon Frontier. I feel like I was the only one that liked it because they actually transformed into Digimon, but it gets crapped on all the time and it's put at low tier.
Frontier? You really think Frontier that good?
Yeah.
First off, let me not speak about Frontier. I don't remember Frontier.
So don't even speak about it.
No, I said that. I said I'm not gonna speak about Frontier. Like
Okay.
I don't remember it like I remember the original Digimon or how I remember the second season. Granted, those are the only 2 Digimons that I watched.
Well,
But
maybe you should watch Frontier. I'll watch it with you, Hanson.
I'll think about it.
We'll think about it.
We
But
shall think about
guys,
it.
guys, we will take a quick break. And after our little break, we are going to give you a list of our own. So stay tuned.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So before the break, we stated that we were going to put together a list of our own. Now, our list is animated shows from the 2000s to the 2010s, from us being 90s babies